Vic in NoCal, making his first call since the smack off. Victor, what's up?
What up, Jimmy Romeo? This is Vic In NoCal, but all my boys call me the Viper because I carry venom. And, Clones, let me tell you something. This venom that I'm carrying, it has no antidote, so you might as well just sit back and enjoy it. Rome, there's this very special young man I know. He's an impressive guy, a good-looking guy, and 5 minutes with him will change your life for the better. Yes, I'm talking about one Ryan Garko. Ryan freaking Garko. Hey, did you know that not only is Garko a 5-year Major League vet, but that he also went to Stanford? Yeah, that's right. My man Gark is not only an athlete, he is also a scholar. I'm talking 4.2 GPA in high school. Albert Pujols can't do that. The Gark man is gifted with the pen. He is gifted with the bat. Ron Artest might be the true warrior. Garko is the true warrior poet, and I'm his #1 fan. Now give me my damn tickets, Darko, and try not to go for 5 again tonight if it's not too much to ask. Hey, before I forget, man, I'd like to welcome the newest member of the XR4 TI. You know, what's his face? The dork with a little bowling wrist thingy? Phil Necro, Phil Guidry, Ron Darling, whatever, okay? It doesn't matter. We'll just call him Wrist Boy. Okay, yeah, way to go, Wrist Boy. Congrats on inheriting Kyle Brandt's old menial little job of reading text for 3 hours and changing the coffee filters, working the Xerox machine, and fetching Rome and Jay Stu their bagels every morning. Dude, Scooter Libby thinks you're a lackey, Wrist Boy. And Rome, I got to call you on something, man, because I think you've bought into the Lane Kiffin hype too much, okay? That's all right. You're not the only one. I mean, you know Laney's got all those hillbillies in Tennessee all worked up. They're talking ball football down at Graceland and at the Grand Ole Opry or wherever the hell these Rocky Top necks hang out. But, you see, it's all much ado about nothing, dude, because it's not like this team is going anywhere. Okay, this is Tennessee we're talking about. The last good thing that ever came out of Tennessee was a streetcar named Desire. Now, Clones, let me explain that last one, okay? You see, Clones, Tennessee Williams was a legendary 20th century American playwright who wrote a series of, oh, God, never mind. Let's just move on, man, okay? Let's move on and talk about Usain Bolt and what a physical freak he is. 6'5", runs a 3.940. I mean, this guy is such a big freak, I wouldn't be surprised if I saw him in one of those Luke videos. But what I really want to know is why he's driving around in a Honda Civic. Okay, I mean, come on. Usain, the lightning bolt, bumping around in the Civic. What, did Scott Service's bus pass not want any of that? And finally, Roma, I saw those Jay Stu pictures from the Gary Unmarried set. And judging by his newfound obesity, Stu has either really been sticking to that no cardio workout of his, or the dude got exposed to some wicked second-hand cream filling from all those eclairs that Way Moore was constantly crushing on the set in between takes. Jay, it's one thing to let your own self go. You don't have to drag down Stu with you, okay? Feel free to mix in a rice cake. Jim, thanks for the time. Aloha means boom. He's out of here. Ward, Gina Carano putting me in a triangle choke. And Ward J. Moore, Mike DeTola, and Brad and Corona sitting in a room, and the three of them drawing straws to figure out which one gets to be the lucky Pierre. I'm out. Hey, Calvin, hit the disclaimer.
All right. See, you don't want to end a phone call like that, Vic. See, putting that aside for a minute, Vic produced a disclaimer. You know, this goes back to my disclaimer for NASCAR, because every time I had one of those guys on, I would say something similar. Good guy, good interview, shows up on time, respects his sport, respects the fans, yada, yada, blah, blah, blah. So I finally said, Alvin, just put that thing together so I don't need to repeat that every single time we have one of those guys on, and then hit it. Well, Vic made a disclaimer of me hyping him after all of his calls, and he sent it along to us, and it sounds like this. Again, we didn't do this. Vic did this himself and emailed it to us. Wow. Vic in NoCal. Vic in NoCal is back. Vic is here to stay, I think. Vic doing what Vic does best. Going with the mink coat, by the pool, entertaining reporters. That's how he rolls. That's Vic going Vic. Vic in NoCal is a funny dude. My thanks to Vic in NoCal for whatever it was that he just did. Yeah, I don't really know what to do with that, except I loved it. How do I let the rest of you in with your calls? We've had a first hour that included Vic. Don't you know that if it isn't for good callers like him, none of you would get on?
This goes on for like another 3 minutes. Let me jump in there, Alvin. That goes on for another 3 minutes. Vic,
You can't slide in the reference that you slid in at the end of the phone call and expect me to hype you up with a disclaimer. There will be no disclaimer. Don't say what you said at the end of the phone call and think that that's all right. That's the quad buzzer right there. But I want to get out so I have enough time for Alvin to do his thing.